cathedrals in the sport and home to the Cincinnati Bearcats. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Tulane Green Wave. Tulane will kick it off to get this game underway. He'll start the return inside his spot. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Cincinnati's offense will be the first to dial up ball plays in this one. This guy has all of the battle scars. He's got all of the trust of this team, David, as he has been their leader, their warhorse throughout his career.
Yeah, and we've seen him. He's been very productive. He's proven his worth in college football, but now he's taking his talents to a new team. And now he's got to show them what he's allowed. Great opportunity to start off. Can he be the guy? Can he be the catalyst that takes this team to the next level?
He really is a guy you root for, too, I think, because he's waited his turn. He's found the right opportunity in the...
Yeah, it's a really good job with the misdirection, right? Bringing somebody's one direction with so much speed, the defense reacts. Now you bring another guy the other direction. Hard to see one and then react to the other, especially with that kind of speed on the field, and that's why you had a big play.
Under fire. Throwing on the run. Picked off, and the opening drive is stuck for an interception. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. That is a tough one to take. They had the interception, but it's taken away by the pass interference penalty. Finding an escape route. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it up to 33. And the Bearcats are in the hurry up.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
Man, defender missed. And he's brought down after a nice...
Do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Wants to go up top on first down. Got his man. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Second down, they'll go to the air. Makes the grab. Touchdown, Cincinnati! Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He stood tall in the pocket, held his ground, and delivered a strike despite taking that hit.
I'm impressed with this quarterback. In the pocket like that, you've got all these bodies. Guys are trying to grab you, and guys are trying to shield your vision downfield. He knew he was going to get popped. And he was able to stand in the pocket calmly and deliver a strike downfield.
Split backs here.
decide your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early here.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
Use the play fake. Now to throw. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
This defense, they are tenacious. And you've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action.
Now facing second and long after the defense came up with it. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
They came ready to play, guys. Offense goes right down the field on their first drive to score a touchdown. Another defense is playing lights out. Second sack of this opening drive. One thing this coach does a great job of, he gets his team ready to go, and you're seeing it here on the big stage.
They stop him again, and not only that, they made this fourth down that much harder. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Hauls it in at the 40. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Makes the grab. It's Jackson. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. The Bearcats can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. From the gun, running back gets to give. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. This is a kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to convert on fourth down, but couldn't do it. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. Fires to the big fella. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big game. It makes life really easy on that second down.
Looking to throw. Grab in the backfield. It's Hodges. He did not make it. A stone wall on third down. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the end. First down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
And the Bearcats heading quickly to the line.
On the third play of the drive, third down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the first down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem. If you give this guy 1 yard to run, he's going to tuck it and take off, and that's exactly what happened there.
How about the Simphis Jr. put on that ball to pick up the first down? The Bearcats are flying down the field. We've reached the break, Cincinnati is on top, and we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Fires to the big fella. Oh, he's got some space. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. The Bearcats in a good spot here with second and short. Throws to the tight end. Catch in the middle, it's Smith. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down. They'll have it first and goal at the 6.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
On the run, still looking. Going for 6. Quick strike through the air for the score.
This offense is firing on all cylinders right now. Starting the year, game one, creating a little bit of a pad and separation at the end of this first half. But you can see why so many people are really excited about this offense this season.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great. So I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. Let's take a minute and think about Tulane. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat, and the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But, David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation at this point to win. And if he doesn't start fast this year, that hot seat's only going to go up.
No, and then the chirping starts, and everybody's going to be talking about his job. The pressure builds, and then what happens? Sometimes you lose the locker room, so important to get off to a good start.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. They'll look to pin him deep. Catches it cleanly at the 20. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Quarterback empties his backfield. Looking to throw on first down. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. And the Bearcats with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Finds a little space. There he goes. He's up to 55 yards rushing in this first half, and he is making quite the impression in the open. The Bearcats just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. They'll rip off 8 on that play in 2nd and 2. Guys, let's chat a minute about Cincinnati. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. This offense gets into plus territory. They're going to go for it regardless of their field goal kicker's range. He's going to take off. He's down to the 37-yard line, and that's where he goes out of bounds. And the Bearcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it from the gun. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run play action. Looking for the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their head. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. The official says no good. Missed the field goal, but still a 2-touchdown lead at 14. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Caught behind the line. It's Lewis. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
In the backfield again to make the stop. They keep giving him the ball and keep getting nothing for it. Green Wave lining up, facing third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. He wastes no time. He comes out the point. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. The Bearcats trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Quick strike complete. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
And that is exactly where the football was supposed to go. Offensive coordinators call drag routes, anticipating man coverage, even though the ball's on.
Turning it on! He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. And the Bearcats racing to the line in a hurry up. To the air on first down. He's going for a big play downfield. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. Wow, this offense is just stuck in the mud. They've already punted 4 times, and it's third down now. Grabbed over the middle. It's Sharp. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They boot it away on fourth down. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. They're already in great field goal position here, David. The question is, how aggressive do they get?
Full throttle. Be aggressive. Try to get the touchdown here, man. Such great starting field position.
It's just going to take one play, right? They've got the weapons outside. Give a guy an opportunity to make a play in the end zone. Think about the momentum.
Got it! So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball.
Touchdown, Bearcats! Fit it in the window for the score.
All you can say is how impressive has this team been at home today in all three facets of the game. Their defense has been outstanding. We've seen some plays in special teams, and the offense continues to deliver, showing off all of the playmakers and all of the versatility they have on that side of the football. This could not be better here in the first half of the home team.
Under a minute to play here in the first half, and the offense will take a knee, and that is how we'll wrap up the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Boys, you never quite know what to expect there in Cincinnati, and we've had a lively first half. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. And this is coach speaking. Very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to.
And the ball comes out. What is it? Breaks into the open. Oh, the defense got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
You know, the one thing that really worries head coaches coming into week 1 is ball security. We're worried about execution. This offense has done some good things early in this game, but you cannot put the ball on the ground because the defense will make you pay like they did right there, taking it all the way to the house.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. Give to the running back. He's in open space downfield. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. One play in this drive, and already out to the 41. It's first down. Use the play fake, down a throw. He finds a dead spot in the middle. Nice pickup there, gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Try and play action. Right down the middle. Got him downfield. Gets away from one, he's got space. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move. It's first and 10. Quarterback on the keeper. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
Now the connection takes it to the 11. Sometimes it's not about a fancy play design. It's about just getting in the ball and letting him play.
Especially nowadays with running backs being so good out of the backfield. You know they're going to catch it. There's so many ways.
Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Well, I guess they call it a free safety for a reason. He was free to do a little ad-libbing there.
And most of the time, you have that guy in the middle of the field kind of reading the quarterback's eyes, playing the quarterback. You could tell he was dialed into the quarterback, saw him, saw he was taking off, went to him, got him on the ground.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. using the quick game. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling there out to the 35. The Bearcats will snap it on 1st and 10. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the...
A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Bearcats! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
And everybody's getting in on the fun now for this offense. From the opening whistle, they've been up and down the field. Starters are scoring. You've got backups in the game now. And I love the play calling. These guys came to your school to play in this offense to score touchdowns, so let them go do it. Make this defense prove they can stop it.
Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead and they're trying to hold on to it. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the... Oh, he's got some space. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Safe little shovel pass. At midfield, he's got room. Makes the tackle at the 46, but it's a 15-yard gain to get them into plus territory.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
A strike downfield. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Snagged in the middle. It's Lewis. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Got it behind the line. It's Hodges. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
The Green Wave put itself in a mess behind the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Tulane with an opportunity on 1st and goal.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the 1st down.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. One final play before the end of the quarter. The run up the middle, looking for the score. And he didn't find a whole lot of running room, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd quarter. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Here comes the option. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy 1st down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up front by this defense stuffing him?
They got him. It's a sack. Took a chance to try to score the touchdown and now get nothing. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. The Bearcats will hustle to the line.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Catch in the middle, it's Johnson. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
Really great job by the running back there on the angle route on 3rd down. He sold it as if he was running to the flat, and at the last second put his foot in the ground and crossed the defender's face, making that an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback.
That play won't make the highlight reel, except in the coaches' meetings as he works his way to the 39. And the Bearcats with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. 2nd and short, maybe looking for a shot. Complete. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't great, that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? 2nd down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
Makes the catch. He's out of bounds, and they'll say he got it to the 45. The Bearcats can really attack on this 2nd and short.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy complete.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
Never say die attitude, and I love that, especially in these young players, because they're out there competing. And I know the scoreboard right now doesn't look pretty. They're not going to come back and win this football game, but I just love kids that are competing until there's zeros on the clock.
They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Finds the tight end. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, running back on the move. Guys, let's take a second here and think about Tulane. Unless there is a dramatic turn of events, this is not going to be a way to cool off that hot seat.
And they're going to have to be able to handle adversity and handle the outside noise moving forward, because losing this game in week 1, all the...
Turns it on down the left side. Pass the 10. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Green Wave. Once the game reaches this point, you start thinking ahead and how you can find something positive to take into the next game.
Dang right. Keep the offense rolling. Try to find some plays that I can use throughout this season that I can have some more success, or I guess have success. I haven't had a lot of success today, but I'm looking for the future.
They get the extra point on the board, but they're still down 35-7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 25 clash today. Nebraska is ahead early in Lincoln, but that's not exactly Mike Rozier out there running the ball. This game is a long way from over. They're up by 7 over Boise State. This one has actually kind of exceeded expectations. Always a memorable chapter in the book of college football.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it done.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be...
And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. Touchdown, Tulane. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score.
Love to see the defense still fighting hard this late in the game. Great job jumping the route, catching it, takes it back for a touchdown. Not too much time to celebrate, though. You're still trailing in this game. Still got some work to do, but no doubt that play is going to give this defense a little bit more confidence.
They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Fires on the move. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. Under fire. And this will fall incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
It is what it is. There's no pressure. This game's over. You're up by a ton of points. They're not going to come back here in the 4th quarter. So you're just trying to put up more stats. And listen, stats count. Like, we all count our stats. At the end of the season, we look up, we got 1,000 yards receiving. Like, all these plays still matter.
Tulane right back to the line.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Got his man on the right. He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Intercepted to stop the threat.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores, when you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
Makes the catch on the right side. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Pass interference, defense.
The officials throw the flag, but the offense won't need it. They'll decline that and keep the big play. Boy, as a defense, you hate to just hand out 1st downs on a penalty. They get to him as he throws. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. He might want another play. Behind his tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Got the back over the middle. And they get him down. And the Bearcats really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And the offense comes up short on 3rd down, but I tell you what, they've still had a good day. There's so many positives to point to. I'll be interested to see if they go for it here on 4th down. They don't have to. They got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, shown a variety of all kinds of things. Now it's just about how to...
He's got it, 1st down and more. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. He's going to fire deep. Catch and stride inside the 15. And the catch it right into the end zone. Touchdown, Bearcats.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They
they'll try to add another to their lead. And he makes the extra point. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll try the run. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. It's a lost cause, but they keep fighting. Fires to the middle. He's got an open man. And that is how we will wrap this one up. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad. They played motivated. They played a little ticked off. I'm here for it. I love
pistol. Single back formation, and they give it to him. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Line just man, it's off. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And quarterback, receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
To throw, it's Mayaba. Balls it in. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. The Bruins have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, they're putting it on the inside.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Back to pass on 2nd down. And he rifled in that pass, but it's incomplete. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
And this offense coming out slow, man. Kind of frustrating because you had that bye week last week. What do? You go back and self-scout, look at yourself. What can I do better? And then you come out in the first quarter and you're not playing great out the gates. They got to find themselves in a little rhythm, knock off some of that bye week rust.
He only needs a sliver of daylight. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Buys a little extra time. And the quick shuffle pass. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
It's a really nice job by the defense staying disciplined. The quarterback's trying to get it out on the right side. As soon as he makes the catch, though, down he goes. Really good job with the tackle.
Got away from trouble and got rid of it. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion? You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on 3rd down.
To the air, it's back. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They scored fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Throws for the tight end. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
You know, as an offense, you just don't get that many great opportunities in games to hit these type of big-time plays. When plays like that present themselves and receivers are open, as a quarterback, you have got to make that play.
Nearly picked off there, and he might be the last guy on the field you'd expect to drop that one. It'll be 3rd down.
Oh, that hit him in a bad spot, right in the hands. Great play. You still get a pass pass breakup, but man, that could have been an interception by the defender there. Nice break on the football, but secure that big fella and get the six. Get the pick six.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Grab near the marker. It's Marshall. So important to convert these third downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42. Pass completion, move the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Pressure coming. Takes a hit as he fires.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so he didn't have a chance to be complete.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up and get more aggressive possessions.
They convert on third downs. He gets it to the 46-yard line.
And they just kind of sneak that one in there as a defensive guy, 3rd and 5+. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run in.
And it's so nice then to have this guy at running back too, right? Because you could throw it to him on third down or hand it off, and he's got the vision and the athleticism to go pick up that first kick.
He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up the first down. More precision throws from this Bruin quarterback, much like a Rick Neuheisel used to play.
Just pinpoint accurate. Put the ball right where you want to. You think about Troy Aikman, you think about some of those other great names in UCLA history.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Oh, he drops it right down the middle of the field, and he couldn't make the play.
Yeah, and he looked like he had the opportunity to secure that, obviously open over the middle of the field, but you know how that works. Middle of the field, more defenders. Am I going to get whacked when I hit this thing? It makes those guys think a little bit. You see more drops over the middle of the field.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on third down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. The field goal is no good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys. So here is the Tennessee offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Looking for a man. It's Beck. Dances away to buy time. He gambles and throws one all the way back to the left. He's got it along the sideline. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling. They made the defense pay with that last big chunk of yardage. Now 1st and 10 from the 30. Fires to the middle. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone. They did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open. That's why that one fell incomplete.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not opening up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Bishop. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. And the Volunteers want to pick up the tempo. Oh, not able to hold his water, and the offense will have it stepped off against them. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And the Vols look to keep this drive humming. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Caught in the backfield. It's Lewis. Ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get...
Got enough space. And he'll step zone. Touchdown ball.
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option. You've seen the evolution with scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Vanderbilt rolled to victory today in a game where they not only capitalized on opportunities, they created them. And that's the way this coach wants them to play every week. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one. They finally get him on the ground, and he's got an explosive play for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
And that's a good lesson for quarterbacks out there. When you're throwing to your running backs, if you get it to them early and they've got some space around them, they can do damage. And that's exactly what happened there. These guys are trained to be great once they have the ball in their hands. He makes people miss. He shows you the speed, and it's a big chunk play in the pass game.
And the Bruins are threatening on 1st and goal. Trying to run it. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. Gets it out quickly. Touchdown, UCLA! The offense puts up 6 for that trip to the end zone.
This guy's been an absolute force in this offense early this season, guys. We're only in the 3rd game. He's already got 3 touchdown catches. Talk about a matchup nightmare for opposing defenses.
And the point after is good. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Scanning the field, it's Beck. Rushes on him. Quarterback down, breaking the field. Man, he was back there and in the quarterback's face before the Bruins faithful could finish an 8-flat.
And they're just getting off the ball so quick, penetrating. When you got defensive linemen that can get upfield, rush the quarterback, every Bruins fan will be jacked up.
Here's a hit. Pressure's there, he lets it go. And the incomplete pass will wrap up the 1st quarter. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the 2nd. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. Trying to find his man in the middle. Pulls it in down the middle. He's loose. Attack. And he's slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Volunteer.
This offense is so good, and they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go. Running toss to coverage, got it deep downfield. And he'll run in the defense, and he'll take it all away. Touchdown.
Man, that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing the flow range right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating
the handoff. It's Bishop. Forges ahead. Picks up about 3 to the 29.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard games just because of the body blow effect.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage, to take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent. And already in the second quarter, they've got over 200 yards thrown.
Back to throw, it's Beck. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
They're dealing with a second and long. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. This guy is putting up some numbers today, approaching that Joey Kent, Marcus Nash territory.
He's been unbelievable. There's just no way to stop him. The defense hasn't had answers. It's throw it to him short, he can make plays. It's throw it to him long. You got to do something to slow this guy down right now because he is absolutely killing this defense.
That's a throw the QB would like to have back. He just has to do a better job giving his receiver a chance to make the catch.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Off play action. Throws to the wideout. That one falls incomplete, trying to get a choke play on that one.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He is going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
That's caught. It's Matthews. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And of course he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great play.
And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Tennessee. Effective offense, leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, want to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They're down 28-14, making it really important to put up some kind of score on this drive.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment. They've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
To the air, it's Mayaba. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. He'll pull it down and run. Looking for 45 on his way. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup.
Well, because this defense has already given up a lot of yards through the air to this quarterback, they're starting to play back. The guys are dropping in zone coverage, hoping not to get burned. What they're not expecting, though, is for him to take off and running it. When you drop guys out in zone coverage, there's a lot of open space right over the ball. Quarterback side that time. The first time in the game, he's decided to scramble, but it was a good decision.
The Bruins will have it 1st and 10. They think there's room to run to the right here. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
And the Bruins now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, he'll throw it. He'll try to do it himself. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Some misdirection with the counter. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The Bruins come to the line in the hurry-up. Just when they're looking run, now up top. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Pressure affects quarterbacks, and this guy's one of the best in the nation. I don't care how talented you are, but if you're being hit, you're not going to throw completions.
7th play of the drive coming up, and a long way to go on 3rd down. Caught over the middle. It's Marshall. The tackle is made, but he's got a bursting goal from the 6.
I love that from this offense. 3 is good. You're in field goal range, but now we're set up with 1st and goal because of great 3rd down.
Intercepted deep in his own end. He's at the 50. The 30. The 20. He's at the 10. Touchdown ball. And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick 6. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. The return never really got started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent. He's making bad decisions.
The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way. They put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That's a really good job by the defense understanding leverage. I can't let that fast sucker get outside of me towards the sidelines. Nice job expanding with him and then going and making a tackle. One of the first things to do in football is tackle guys in the open field. Great job going and getting him on the ground.
And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. Caught in the backfield, it's over. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up. Touchdown, Volunteer! And they take it in for 6 more points. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking downfield, it's Mayava. Got it in the middle. It's Marshall. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. Wants to throw on first down. Quickly complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
And the incomplete pass had a lot of juice on it.
Well, a nice job by the defense. They're playing with a big lead. They know the offense has to throw it, and they are inviting throws over the middle of the field, knowing they can break on these passes and maybe pick one off. Offense lucky that wasn't a turnover.
With the catch, it's Shaw. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
On the option. He just has a nose for those little crevices to be able to find space, and he picks up the first down.
And the option is so hard to stop, and so many bodies near the line of scrimmage on 4th and short. They run it, but just a good job by the quarterback finding space. He didn't need to pitch it. Takes it himself and gets just enough for the first down.
Finds space on the right. Inside the 20-yard line. Pushed out at the 18, and they're in business. And the Bruins have it with a 1st and 10.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep.
Throws for the end zone. Touchdown, UCLA. Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
And they didn't start this first half the way you wanted to, but at least they're ending on a positive note. At least they're saying, guys, we put a drive together. We scored. We need some plays to go our way, but the offense has got some positive momentum, and that is a great thing going into the half.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. Motion from the back. Looking downfield, it's Beck. Floating away. Got out of trouble and throws. Incomplete. Looked as if he had his man, but just a misfire from this senior.
Not seeing a lot of chemistry between the QB and his intended target on that play.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Got his man on the right. And that's where they'll mark him, but a chunk play, and they pick up a first down. The Vols moving quickly to the line. Off play action on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Davis. There he goes. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the first down at the 41. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. It's 1st and 10. They've moved it to the 41. Looking downfield on first down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Yeah, and this defense hadn't had a lot of success. This offense has been doing what it wants at will. Finally getting to the QB, finally getting some pressure, finally getting a big hit on him. That'll pay some dividends down the road.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half.
Nice job by the defense, getting in his face, being physical. Make him feel your presence. Don't let him get comfortable back there in that pocket.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. From 56 yards out, what a power leg. Never a doubt about that one.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on fourth down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
He'll bring it out. It's Matthews. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Oh, a double pass. Oh, they're after it. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Lewis. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the third. Line getting set on second down. The inside handoff. Makes it past the marker. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
The Volunteers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's second and a mile. Quarterback on the move, still looking. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
I don't care how talented you are as a quarterback, your accuracy always goes down when you get hit. Nice job by the QB scrambling, working to his right, but he wasn't completing that pass with that pressure.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And we talked about this at half, man. They've got to start to pressure the quarterback more. This offense had a lot of success. You got to make this guy feel uncomfortable. And the first drive out of the half, they do exactly that.
That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Gonna run it. It's Cox. Got enough for the first down and wants more. Oh, he's got it nasty. And finally, out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd. Because, Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, Dave. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed. Stuff you can't coach. You saw it on that play.
Now the play fake. Here goes the heat. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
And we've seen this several times now. Like, he is more than willing to take off and make plays. And you can tell the defense is starting to adjust a little bit. They see it. They know it's a pass, but they had eyeballs on him. And as soon as he took off, they ran to him, and they made sure they got him on the
He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Here's a quick throw after the left. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Touchdown! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
Yeah, I love the little play action fake. It's, you get inside the 5, you're thinking run, run as a defense, come up, be physical, and they slip those guys right behind you, throw it over the top of them. Man, those are tough to defend. Nice little play action by this offense.
They'll line up to go for 2. To the air, it's Mayala. Intercepted. Taking their own end, and they stop the drive.
2-point plays, the windows are very small to throw into. That time, he just tried to force it into a tiny window, ended up being picked, and the offense comes away with no points.
Still down big here in the 3rd quarter, but if you can recover this onside kick, you might get back in the game. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. Tennessee ready to go to work the big orange offense on the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Down at the 35 after a pickup of 3. And the Volunteers line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
The sweet feet buy a little time. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. A first down for the offense. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Finds his man. It's Davis. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. 2nd down coming up. That's caught. It's Jefferson. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. And the Vols are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Gets the back moving. Looking to throw. It's Beck. Pocket breaking down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, on offense, no doubt, right? You've had success. You're throwing some tutties. Why not keep throwing it? They're going to keep being aggressive. You're going to have to do a better job, though, keeping this quarterback standing up.
And here they come going for the first down on 4th and 2. Creates a little space. Turning it on. They finally get him stopped. This veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
Man, on 4th and 2, I'm looking at my offensive line. I'm like, you got to give me just a little slither. Great job by the offensive line, blocking up just enough to get the first down, running physically downhill. That's all you want on those 4th and 2 situations.
Working that left side now. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
This is exactly why this guy is your QB. He does such a great job of buying time, has such great speed, just stresses the defense. What do you want to do? You want to blitz me? Sure, I'm going to scramble outside the pocket, complete the pass. It's just posing so many problems, so many headaches.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run